Good morning, this is Jimmy Tager with the National Weather Service Raleigh for your routine weekly briefing for Central North Carolina. This is going to cover February 22nd through February 28th, 2024. We have been fairly dry. We've got high pressure that's just southeast of the region, and that's going to be exiting east over the next day or so as we have a cold front approaching in from the west. So today will be our last dry day. And then we have some rain moving in tonight into tomorrow as that front to our west moves over the area. As you can see on Friday, there's the cold front drape there. And we also have another upper system moving through as well. Saturday starts to dry out, but we do have one more cold front and another weak upper wave that moves across the area that is trending wetter. So it is likely we'll see some isolated to scattered showers on Saturday. From Friday to Saturday, we're also going to see an increase in winds. So winds increasing today from the southwest. Then after that front moves through Friday, changing over to the northwest and becoming breezy. And then Saturday slowly starting to diminish. Now, early next week, the weather's going to be more on the quiet side. High pressure returns, but we are going to start to get into a warming trend. So winds are going to be from the southwest, bringing in much warmer air mass. And that's going to continue into the middle of next week. Our next chance of rain looks to be more towards the middle of the next week. We have another front moving towards the area, and it's looking more like Wednesday-ish that we'll get our next chance of rain. Right now it was around Tuesday, but that could be delayed a little bit into more of Wednesday. How much rain are we going to get over the next 48 hours? Well, we're not expecting a whole lot. We're basically expecting less than ½ an inch across all of central North Carolina, with highest amounts across the east compared to the west. So as you can see here for Friday, expecting highest towards the east, less towards the west. Saturday, just real light amounts as that last wave moves over. And then Sunday and Monday, dry with that high pressure moving in. So really not a whole lot of rain, but our next chance is going to be starting tonight. We actually do have a little chance of thunderstorm, but it's not expected to be severe at this time. So you can see here, we're just highlighted in general thunder from Storm Prediction Center. This is for Friday, for basically south of the triangle, and that's going to be mainly in the afternoon for the southern areas. But then that quickly moves out, and the rest of the forecast period is going to be not expecting any severe weather. As you can see on Wednesday, some areas across the west, closer to Tennessee, is highlighted for a next chance of severe weather as a strong trough moves towards the area. But as far as central North Carolina, not expecting any severe weather at this time. Also, with those light rainfall amounts means we don't have a risk of excessive rainfall. So you can see here the next 3 days when we are expecting some rain, we aren't expecting any excessive rainfall. Here's the latest drought update. This image is courtesy of the North Carolina Climate Office. And you can see here the D0 has expanded areas across the east that have trended a little dry recently. We've been dry for most of this week and haven't had a whole lot across the east. So as you can see here down at the bottom, we have last week's image there with only a little bit of D0 abnormally dry, but that has expanded across a lot of the coastal plain for central North Carolina and some of the sand hills since they hadn't gotten a whole lot of rain. What is coming up? Well, with that drought outlook, at least we do have a higher chance of seeing some above normal precipitation, but I'm sure as you heard, we are on the way for a big warm up. So here we have the 8 to 14 day Climate Prediction Center outlook for temperature on the left and precipitation on the right. And we currently are in a 50 to 70% chance of above normal temperatures. This includes the very end of February, February 29th through early March, March 6th. And just a slight above normal chances for precipitation, that's 33 to 40% chances there. What is normal for this time period? Greensboro, normals starting to increase across the whole area. So highs in the upper 50s, lows in the mid 30s. And as we get towards Fayetteville, we get into those lower 60s and lows in the upper 30s. So right before the 8 to 14 day outlook, we are already on that warming trend as we were talking about. Well, how much is it going to be above or below normal? We're going to go from on Sunday, where we're about 5 degrees below normal, to around 15 degrees above normal by Wednesday. Lots of 70s across the area. So if you haven't gotten those shorts out yet, be sure to get those out because it'll be shorts and t-shirt weather by mid next week. Here's a look at the graphical hazardous weather outlook. We have a little bit of fire weather highlighted today. It's basically sub increased fire danger criteria conditions across the northwest Piedmont with some gusty winds and on the lower end of relative humidity, but nothing too critical at this time. And then the small chance of thunderstorms on Friday highlights that other yellow period there. Just to summarize, we've got winds increasing today and showers developing starting tonight across the northwest and moving towards the east through Friday. And then we do have that one more chance of rain moving through on Saturday with isolated scattered showers. Things then dry out early next week and start to warm up by the middle of next week. But our next chance of rain does start to move across the area towards the middle of next week as well. No hazardous weather is expected in the next 7 days. But if anything were to develop, we will be sure to let you know.